Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to this breakdown. And this is actually not a weekly breakdown, but my personal outlook on the top three cryptos on my watch list, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we know XRP. So I'll be doing an individual breakdown on these three cryptos. And mind you, this is from a pure technical perspective. You know, fundamental has a whole lot of part to play in the market, which is why it has been said that fundamental rule the market. Trading is supposed to be 80% fundamentals and 20% technicals, but in this case I'm just going to be focusing on the technicals, and then we'll let the fundamental do their thing when it is time. So right here we have Bitcoin against the US dollars, and we've been experiencing a deep in the crypto world. There have been blood on the streets, and crypto investors have been having their heads bashed against the wall by this drop. But you know the rule, we know the rule. When others are fearful, we're greedy. And when others get greedy, be fearful. The index, the greed index in the market is very high now. I mean, the fear index in the market is very high now. So you know what to do. You actually know what to do following the golden rule. There must be a deep, and after the deep comes an all-time high. So I'm sure we're not new to the deep. I'm sure we're not racking our heads. Rather, we just have to study the charts and see what has happened before, after some horrible dips, before we get that heavy, 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 heavy move to the upside. So right here is Bitcoin against the US dollars, and you know Bitcoin had the opportunity to hit 70, but we stopped at 69 thousand per coin after this parabolic move. So I just feel Bitcoin is actually a deep experiencing a very nice correction for us to continue to the upside. And who knows, in the long run might see Bitcoin in 100 200k, likely, very very possible. Then on the other hand, anything can happen. We don't have to be too sure. But when a parabolic move want to happen, you just prepare for one. Like from this point right here at 4,000, before Bitcoin made the move to 65,000, look at what happened here. Let's study the charts. Look at what happened here. Right here, Bitcoin moved to the upside, and we saw this correction which lasted how long? It lasted from 24th of June 2019 to 9th of March 2020. That is around 8 months of deep correction. And after that 8 months of deep correction, in the next few months, from March till April, just a year difference, Bitcoin did a parabolic, smashing 65,000. So we're still in, we're still bullish on this coin. We're still bullish on this coin. We're still bullish on this coin. There's still a long way to go in the crypto world, and I think we're just starting. We are just starting. So right here we have the support area, which everyone will be looking out for. The support area, so many people might be looking to buy on the support, but as it happened here, we had the support area around 6,000, and we could see how price bounced off this area at this point, bounced off at this point, and we got this drop. Now this drop was for a purpose, actually, to liquidate a lot of orders right here. a lot of orders have been placed right here to buy. Okay, this is a correction, so we're buying. So this drop actually did liquidate all those orders, and we saw this move. So if this has happened before, don't you think we're expecting another one? Looking out that price has created this area, which if we should use our line to check, this is around the 29,000. This is around 29,000. Personally, without doing any technical analysis, I am expecting Bitcoin to drop to price range of 26K to 24K. Reasons best known to me before I'm looking out for 85K to around 100K. I'm going to say this again. From a personal view, I'm looking at Bitcoin to drop to between 26 to 24K before we're going to get a parabolic move to 85 to 100K. So let's continue with the breakdown of this coin. So right here, we're expecting price to come down to this liquidity area. Note we're on the weekly time frame. We're on the weekly time frame. So on the daily time frame, this is looking more like a correction, a corrective move. And right here, we're here, and we know what is below these areas. We have liquidity. We have liquidity. Orders are actually here. People looking to buy at this place. So will I be surprised, or won't I be? I won't be surprised if I see Bitcoin do something like this, drop to this point, breakout of this line. You know, the institution tend to play around trend lines and stuff like that. So I would like to see the coin break out of this line, because so many people will be looking to buy at the breakout of this. Okay, we're out of this, and we're about going up. Then we're going to get something like this. And boom, price to the upside. These will cause that liquidating of orders the same way it happened here. And note, we are actually still in this whole range. Actually still in this whole range. So if we are seeing something like this, is because of what price has done before. We're just trying to use it to see if price is going to do that again. And I'm going to introduce something I don't really use, but I'll tell you why I'm introducing it, which is also trend line. Right on the weekly time frame, I'm going to place a trend line. Just look for 2 points and place the trend line right here. I'm placing this trend line not because I want to use it as a strategy to trade, but I'm placing this trend line so I'm going to show you some traps you have to avoid. Now, right on this trend line, we saw that Bitcoin bounced. We were able to locate 2 points right here, this point and this point. And it is said that 2 touches make a trend. The third touch confirms the trend. So many people will be anticipating the price of these to come around this trend line. And there will be orders at this point right here. And also there will be orders below the trend line, and there will be orders on the trend line. And what will be below the trend line? Stops. That is why I actually placed the trend line, so that we'll see how price is going to most likely do this before we get that upward move. And let's check out what price did in our previous chart. If we are to place this, right, same thing happened here. The first touch, the second touch, people were expecting the third touch, and what happened? Price just kissed below the trend line, and people got liquidated at this point. So the same thing I'm looking out for on this part. The same thing I'm looking out for right here. If this should happen, then we're likely going to see Bitcoin around 86,000, which is a minus 27 Fibonacci extension level, and the minus 61.8 extension level, which is 107,000. So basically for me, these are my targets for Bitcoin. It's 6,000 and 107,000 for Bitcoin. Then the next one I'll be looking out for is Ethereum. I'll be looking out on Ethereum. I'm going to save this. This video will be shared on our YouTube handle. Do well to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so that when we do videos like this, you'll be alerted and you'll be able to use it to your favor. So for Bitcoin, I've showed you my targets. 86,000, 106 or 7, okay, 106,000. And like I've said, my projection on Bitcoin is between 85K and 100K. So, but right here on the chart with the Fibonacci and other technical tools, it is showing me 86,000 to 106,000, and I'm going to leave it that way. So the next one will be Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum. Doing the most, currently at $2,400, $428. So right here, we're also on the weekly time frame, and we could see all the parabolics Ethereum did. All the parabolics it did. Right here, we have this open order on the weekly time frame, and also we have this area of liquidity. That is a support area, and also we have this area in the case of using trend lines. So we have a lot of areas we have to watch out for. We have to watch out for. Liquidity area in terms of using stops, using support and resistance, support areas, trend lines, liquidity areas, order blocks, and the rest. So, but I'll be going for these areas because price love going to areas it has been before. So I'll be playing with these areas. Now, I'm expecting Ethereum to still drop. And if we should get that drop, that means this trend line has been invalidated in a way. Then what am I still expecting of Ethereum to do? This is a liquid point, and at this liquid point, anything can happen. Liquidity, where there is liquidity, there is most likely to be manipulation. You can take it from me. Whenever there's liquidity, there's most likely to be manipulations. So we still have our orders lying below this point. Below this point. Orders lying below this point, and we could just get that accumulation around here, and then go low before we see that explosive move to the upside. This year is going to be a very, very big year for cryptocurrencies. It's going to be a very big year for cryptocurrencies, both coins, altcoins, shit coins. I feel everyone is going to experience some bulls at some point, but you just have to be careful with the one you're dealing with, so you won't get trapped in some shit coins and some pump and dump coin like that. So for Ethereum, this is what I am looking out for, and let's see if we can see other technical tools we could use to our advantage. Can we get no? I'm just using pure technicals here, the trend lines and everything. But naturally, this is not how we do it. So from here, this is what I'm looking out for. This is an area of liquidity, anticipating this drop right here. To clear this liquidity, then we could see that parabolic move also to the upside, and we're still in between this range right here. So I can see this. So Ethereum to 5K to 6K. I'm actually not a big fan of Ethereum. I'm not a big fan of Ethereum. I'll show you where I love and what I love. So for Ethereum, this is what I'm looking out for. So 5K, potentially between 5K and 6.5. Yes, Ethereum is likely to move between 5K and 6.5, but we can go a lot higher. Very, very possible. We can go a lot higher on this kind. So now I'll be going to what I like, XRP. There have been a lot of news around this coin. A lot of prospects, a lot of news, the lawsuits, adoption, everything. And the coin has been battling. It's not been easy with XRP as a coin, but it has been battling. And with what fundamentals are saying, XRP is most likely to come out on top in the lawsuit against the SEC. And if XRP should come out on top in the lawsuit against the SEC, this means mass adoption. This means relisting by exchanges. So there's so much good news surrounding this cryptocurrency. There's so much good news surrounding this cryptocurrency. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I really don't have a projection for this coin. Because what we have here is just a technical standpoint, which right here is showing me XRP to $2.6. But with all the mass adoption and XRP serving as a bridge currency, it will go higher and much higher than that. I really don't have a specific figure to call. I really don't have, because it could actually beat that figure. Should I say $5? It could go way higher. $10, it could go way higher. 15, it could go way higher. But now we are currently at $0.6. You see, when Bitcoin wanted to do its move, Bitcoin actually moved parabolically from $2 to $260. I believe nobody would have been able to call that figure correctly. I believe so. Nobody would have been able to call that figure correctly. Some people would have been predicting, okay, Bitcoin from $2 to 20 and this and that, and all of a sudden, boom, $260. Wow. And did another parabolics to 1,000, and it dropped also, then to 18,000, back to 3,000, to 65,000. So calling and trying to guess out those figures will be much difficult at this point, and looking out on the fundamentals surrounding XRP. The fundamentals are so much. Fundamentals surrounding XRP are so much. But from a technical standpoint, right here, from a technical standpoint, see, it gave us this accumulation in form of a triangle. But we all know what happens to patterns, how institutions play around patterns and use it in their favor. From a technical standpoint, I feel XRP, we might get this drop to 0.4. Yes. We might get a drop to around 0.4 level. Then before the bull run will start. Though this is not the reason why the bull run hasn't started. The lawsuit is the major reason. But I believe once XRP gets or puts on its bullish shoes, nobody should be able to stop it, or nobody should be able to slow it down. But do yourself well, get some, and hodl. Not the financial advice though, but you know what to do. I think the crypto is currently dipping and we're having discounted prices across majority of the coin. So just do yourself a favor, get some and hodl. And in the long run, you'll smile. Those who hodled Bitcoin 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago are currently reaping the fruit of their hodling over and over again, in as much as the market is in a dip. So you can do same with some coin. Do your research also. And if you have any question to ask, feel free to hit us on Trade House and make use of our Telegram link to join our free group, where we'll be posting more analysis on the Forex market and also in the crypto space. Do have a great week ahead. Thank you and do have a nice day.